At Dinosaur Adventure Land in Lenox, Alabama, August the 4th, 2023. Man, if I'd known I was going to live this long, I never thought we'd make it here, brother. 2023. Tonight, making babies. Someone suggested this. Who was it? The axolotls?
I think it was He's a fan. He's a good guy.
You kept me up for 3 days. I just want you to know, okay? You wrecked my sleep for 3 days. I got into studying this walking fish. I said, how does anybody with one functioning brain cell believe this evolved? We're talking about that in just a minute. Join us on Rumble, on Odyssey, and it's Genesis Baptist Church on YouTube, a whole bunch of other places. You can follow our videos we make, okay? Right there's a bunch of them. We're coming to you live from Genesis Baptist Church here in Lenox, Alabama, straight north of Lenox, about 5 miles. There's the outline of our property, big L shape. We have 25 cabins people can come stay in for free. Can't beat the deal. After 2 days, though, we put you to work, right, Nick? Put you to work, okay? At the Dinosaur Gate by the Blue Barn and cabins up here and all over the place. Okay, here we are, Genesis Baptist Church. The floor is pretty cool. Kevin did this. Somebody donated a bunch of cedar and oak, rough cut. It wasn't enough of either wood to do the whole floor, so we put a big cross in the middle out of cedar and did the outside out of oak. And we got all the pews for free. God supplies. It's been neat around here. Okay, so he said, go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. Why should we look at an ant? Oh, there's a lot to learn from an ant. If you think the ant evolved, you are a moron, okay? Moron, capital M, okay? Jesus said, consider the lilies. Why should we consider the lily? This guy wrote an article, said there are 74 different types of beautiful lilies. Well, it's a good start, Jason, but there's actually 2,000 varieties of lilies. Study the lilies. Lilies are gorgeous, and they don't even think about their clothes. Don't worry about going to Walmart shopping for clothes. They're beautiful. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. So he said, consider the lilies. Consider the ravens. You could learn a lot from a raven. You could learn a lot from all kinds of different animals. Consider any of the animals. What we're doing in this series is considering different things and how they reproduce. There are 50 different kinds of watermelons. They might have had a common ancestor called a watermelon. Yep. They always bring forth after their kind, exactly like Jesus said would happen. Mrs. Hovind, I think that's the birthday group. Can you go? Oh, well, come in, folks. All right. 7,500 different varieties of apples. Let's see, we give tours all over Dinosaur Adventure Land here. The outside tour, we'll give it to you guys tomorrow for the birthday party. The Science Center tour, the petting zoo, all kinds of fun animals to pet and play with in there. In our barn tour, in our playground tour with all the swings and slides. We have lots of cool stuff to teach about science in the Bible. Let's see. That's the circle swivel spring swing, my own invention. I've never done it, but I've done a lot of kids on it. It's a blast. Come in, folks. Okay, let's see. Our super airplanes and how we teach the kids to shoot a rubber band 90 feet. I can do it, can't I? Didn't I just do a couple? Oh yeah. Super airplanes. Our airplanes go so far, if they don't land in a tree or on a building, they go all the way to the ground. My record with a paper airplane is 420 feet. That's a long ways. Yeah. Come on down. Okay. We're looking for a mature, soul-winning, independent, temperamental, fundamental Baptist, King James, hardworking, outgoing person or couple with a lot of experience with plants of all kinds to come develop and improve our farm, greenhouse, gardens, and give science tours. Okay? We have 2 greenhouses. We'd like to make it part of a tour where you can learn all about science and make videotapes about it. We're looking for a mature, soul-winning, independent Baptist, King James, hardworking, outgoing person with a lot of experience with animals to do the same with our farm and animals. We got all kinds of critters, goats, chickens, a bunch of chickens, all kinds of critters. Somebody to be the pastor of the animal part of our ministry here. Looking for someone to take care of all the animals of all kinds. So you can help us stay open for free. Join our 777 Club. Make any checks to CSE. Donate at drdino.com. We still got to leave that up there? Kevin, who are you? Joe? No more super chats on YouTube. I keep putting that up there.
No, we'll have that set up tomorrow, actually. We're good to go.
We're good to go on that.
It just won't work tonight.
It won't work tonight, but tomorrow. Yeah, okay. There's our ministry, creation, science, evangelism. Get our seminar series, get our woe series, what's about to happen. And we got all kinds of stuff. We're still trying to sell the Yanmar. I forgot to take out the August. Oh, I did it. Axolotls. What a critter. Like a salamander. And let's see. Be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth. God blessed them and said, go have a bunch of babies, okay? How do the axolotls make babies? All the animals in the world, all the plants in the world bring forth after their kind. No exceptions. If you wish to believe otherwise, you believe whatever you want, but it's not science. It's a religion. Okay? God, in his infinite wisdom, gave not only the command to give babies, make babies, he gave the equipment and the drive to do so. Right? And an amazing variety of ways it gets done. And we're talking about some of those in this series. And you cannot explain this with your stupid theory of evolution. I'm sorry, you can't do it. So I got a theory. God made all these varieties just so that there'd be no excuse judgment day. You're going to have to say, you know, they were designed. David said, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Yeah. So we talked about the anglerfish. Nobody answered it. The tardigrade. Nobody answered that one. The honeybee. Nobody answered that one. The watermelon. Nobody did that one. The starfish. Nobody did that one. The praying mantis. Come on, you atheists. Why aren't you answering any of these? You believe they all came from a rock. Show me the evidence for how they evolved, for the ant, for the octopus, for the sponge, the barnacle. We talked and gave you a lot of information about how they make babies. Tell me how it evolved. I want a scientific answer, step by step, not just a story, not just, well, just imagine. No, give me some science. The blue-banded goby, the electric eel. You guys didn't touch one of these. The seahorse, the mannequins, the right whales, the wrong whales, the left whales, all of them. Didn't. I don't know what's wrong. Sandra, they didn't touch one of them. No. The frilled shark. What happened to that one, guys? The blue whale. Where are you? Strangely quiet out there. The banana slug, the golden plover. Yeah. Come on now. How did it learn to make babies and lay the babies in Alaska, fly to Hawaii? 2 weeks later, after the babies' parents are gone, the babies fly to Hawaii and join their parents. How did that evolve now? 2,000 miles open ocean. They never been to Hawaii. They were born in Alaska. Go back and study that one. The porcupine, the tarantula, the Suriname toad, the platypus, the kangaroo, the bacteria, the Komodo dragon. You guys are getting nowhere. Hippopotamus, condor, and tonight, axolotl. How did this thing evolve? I predict nobody's going to touch it. You're going to say, let's just make fun of Hovind instead for something else. That's what they do, okay? Okay, what's an axolotl? Perhaps you don't know. They're salamanders, which are native to Mexico, but are now becoming very popular exotic pets. Their natural habitat is a lake, and they like to live in water that's very little current. That's why an aquarium is perfect to raise axolotls. Interesting fact is they have both gills and lungs. There's an axolotl, a face only a mother could love. They get about 6 to 10 inches long. All right, let's see. Look at that. Could you believe it all came from a dot of nothing exploding? It's hard to believe, isn't it? I have a hard time. Axolotls are a critically endangered species of salamander found in some lake in Mexico. They live permanently in water and use gills to breathe. What does an axolotl come in such a variety of colors, or why does it? Well, let's see. They have 28 chromosomes, 14 from the mother and 14 from the father. So here they are, this color, or this color, or this color, or this one, or a bunch of different colors. They can live up to 15 years in captivity, 20 years if you take care of them. In the wild, not as long. They don't make it, somebody eats them, okay? They're food for the carp and for some other fish. Axolotl, a salamander that defies science. No, it defies evolution, okay? It doesn't defy science. Perhaps the most striking aspect of axolotl is their unique form of development known as neoteny. Unlike most amphibians, they reach sexual maturity without undergoing metamorphosis. Nothing changes. And they can regenerate any part of their body. Cut their arm off, they'll grow a new one. Cut their tail off, they grow a new one. Lose their brain, they grow a new one. Atheists, pay attention. You need to grow a new one. It's not just their perpetual childhood. Equally fascinating, their unrivaled ability to regenerate. From a lost limb to a damaged spinal cord, they can regrow entire body parts within weeks, including their brain, making them a hot topic for research for regenerative medicine. Let's see. They're perfect for science. They're easy to study. One challenging aspect is their genome is 10 times as large as a human. Oh, wait. They have 10 times more genetic code than humans do? And we're superior to them? Really? Let's see. They reproduce sexually with internal fertilization, but without contact. No contact sex. never mind, I won't make a comment. They become sexually mature at 18 months. That they're after the courtship, the dance, the female takes up the sperm capsule deposited by the male. So the male goes around the aquarium and deposits sperm capsules, and he leads her around to show her where they are. She swims over them and sucks them up into herself to fertilize the eggs. How did that evolve? Come on, guys. You claim you have science on your side. I don't believe you for a second, but I'll give you a chance to prove yourself. How did that evolve? Let's see. Fertilization occurs within a few hours to a couple days, resulting in the female releasing 400 to 1,000 eggs during spawning. Female has the capability to breed several times continually, restarting the process after each successive one. Just keep making more and more babies. How big do they get? 6 to 10 inches. All right, pretty good size. Axolotls, here we go. Science Daily. The ability to regenerate internal organs and eggs, also called oclites. Biologists have discovered these salamanders not only have the capability of regrowing limbs, they can regenerate their ovaries and produce eggs throughout their lifespan. And how did this evolve now, guys? Come on. The male lays sperm cones in the tank or in the ocean, wherever they live. The female, who's full of unfertilized eggs, scooches her booty over top of the sperm cone to pick it up and get it into her cloaca. Then the sperm fertilizes the eggs, and a day or two later, the female lays the eggs. Axolotl, egg-laying amphibians. The male and female court. He goes and deposits the sperm, not in her, but out on the grass someplace. And she goes by and picks it up. Praise God, I'm not one of them. Let's see. So here they are, the male and female, and the eggs are phenomenal, up to 1,000 of them. Yeah. Female axolotls release 400 to 1,000 eggs during spawning. They can breed several times, restarting the process. Each egg laying takes place between 12 to 72 hours later, and up to 1,500 eggs may be deposited individually on the aquarium decor. At 72 degrees, the eggs will hatch in 15 days. So now think about it. All these babies have all the genetic code, 10 times more than a human. There's an axolotl about to hatch from the egg. Decoding the axolotl genome. Unbelievable. Millions of lines of code. A million lines of code would be 1,800 pages. That's a stack 6 feet tall on 20-pound paper. The list weighs in 180 pounds. Actual operating code is mass-free. So we got 1 million lines of code, is probably 20 million instructions, 600 million bits of information. That's not far off the 3 billion base pairs in human DNA. So human have 3 billion. Axolotl have 10 times more. 3.32 gigabyte, 32 billion. Okay, let's get this straight now. From Nature magazine, they have 10 times more DNA than humans do. Follow me now, stick with me. You brilliant evolutionists believe humans and axolotls, there they are, and elephants and dragonflies are all related and all came from an amoeba, don't you? But the male axolotl and the female have 32 billion lines of code to copy correctly to make each baby. Doesn't each baby carry this code? So if each baby has 32 million lines of code, 1 billion lines of code, and she's laying 1,000 of them, she has to make 1,000 copies of a 32 billion lines of code instructions in a few days. In ovaries the size of a raisin, and he's got testicles the size of a pea, and you think it happened by chance. The fool said in his heart, there's no God. The Lord looked down from heaven to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. They're all gone aside. They're all together become filthy. There's none that doeth good. No, not one. The wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness, because that which may be known of God is manifest. I think God made this amazing variety just to show you, look, he's screaming at you, pay attention, look at the watermelon, look at the starfish, look at the axolotl. You atheists, forget what they taught you in school. They lied to you. Nobody's ever seen any animal produce anything other than its same kind. And you're going to go off and on a tangent and argue about what does kind mean. You idiot, look in the mirror. They're the same kind. There's no evidence of this evolution at all. The invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen. You can see from the creation. There's a creator. They're without excuse. I think Judgment Day, you're going to be without excuse. When they knew God, they glorified him not as God. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. And I think you are a fool if you believe in evolution. And I'll debate all of you at the same time. Bring it out, okay? It's appointed unto men once to die, but after this, the judgment. See, you're going to face God one day. How on earth could you not see that I was designed? God might call one of these salamanders up there to say, what is wrong with you? All you atheists that I've debated and discussed on our YouTube channel, what if an axolotl is called up in front of you, say, do you really believe this happened by chance? Really? How on earth could you not see that I was designed? My amazing creator God made me special just to try to reach you. They're going to call upon the name of the Lord. All through the Bible, they call on the Lord. Whosoever shall call upon the Lord, name of the Lord shall be saved. I'd like to see everybody go to heaven. All you atheists making fun of me all the time, I'd still like to see you come to heaven. I'll lead you to the Lord. Call me 855 BIG-DINO, extension 3. I'll pick up the phone tonight after the birthday party. Okay? See you on Judgment Day. All right, short one tonight on Axolotl. There is no way it evolved. If you think there is, give me some evidence. Let's see it. All you keyboard warriors out there with your atheist anti-Kent Hovind channels, let's see the evidence. Bring it on. I want to see it. There's none, and you know it. Okay, any questions or comments?
Just a couple comments.
Couple comments. Let's see. Shofar. I'm sorry I kept you up with this one. I knew you would have a field day. Thank you so much. Does Shofar Temple have a YouTube channel? Or
He set one up, actually. He was part of set it up.
we'll send the link to that, brother. We'll advertise for you tonight. Send it in quick. We're about done. Shofar Temple. Okay. James, thank you for continuing to speak your truth. We're losing our kids to the lies. Yep. Sad, sad, sad truth. Trusty. Hello, DAL. It's 014 here in Ghana. I've been staying awake to watch this live. Okay, go to bed now. Axolotl. Okay, if you would like a special animal for me to do some research on how they make babies and you think it could not have evolved, send it in to, what's yours? Dr. Dino at drdino.com. I can't promise I'll get to it. And if it's another axolotl one, I'll do my best. All right. Did you get his Shofar Temple? Did he send us a link with this?
No, not yet. But he's here all the time.
But he what?
I'll get it from him. He's here all the time.
Okay. Thank you so much. Any more questions or comments from here? Good to have your birthday. Who's having the birthday today? How old?
5.
You're going to be 5? All right. I was 5 for a whole year. Oh, 6. 5? Well, how many is this? 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Take away 1 is 5. See you tomorrow. Bye.